Hey everyone. So in last week's video, I took you along with me as I photographed a multitude of wildlife out in this area in Alaska where I'm at right now. I was able to photograph so many species of birds, puffins, auklets, kittiwakes, and so much more. I also showed you a little bit of some Arctic foxes that I was able to photograph while I was out here. But honestly, I don't think it was nearly enough, so I wanted to get out today and just dedicate the whole day to finding Arctic foxes to photograph out here. Arctic foxes were my main priority species this year with my wildlife photography, and specifically this trip. I'd never photographed Arctic foxes before, and it's a species that I've always wanted to photograph. So I wanted to dedicate an entire day out here just looking for Arctic foxes. I wanted to take you along with me as I go out and search for them. I'll explain a little bit of what I'm looking for and some of the behavior that I've witnessed out here the last couple days. I'm hoping to see it again today, as it has been fairly regular behavior that I've seen. So come along with me this week as we focus just on Arctic foxes and hopefully find some to be able to show you and photograph. I think we will be able to. I've had quite a bit of luck with them this trip so far, so let's see what we can find today and let's get going. So I've talked in previous videos before about how I find wildlife, my methods for finding wildlife, by recording behaviors, observing patterns, different things like that. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail here on this video, but I used that same method to find out where the foxes have been hanging out in this area. And if that's something you're more interested in, check out the video here. Again, I've gone into detail on this process before, so I'm not going to do it here. But yeah, I identified this area where a lot of foxes have been hanging out. So I'm just going to comb this area down here. I'll start on the water's edge down here, and then I'll move up into the cliffs if I don't see anything. But I have a feeling there's foxes here. There have been most of the other days that I've walked this line of shore down here. So let's go see what we can find, and hopefully we'll find some foxes. So I didn't find anything below on the water's edge as far as foxes go. Plenty of birds. I'm sure you can hear them all. There's so many birds out here. And so I came up here on the cliff edge, and I'm just kind of looking around up here. And now that I'm up here, this is when I see the fox below. So pretty far down here, down the shore, on the rocky edge, there's a fox making its way along the rocks. And there's actually one up here on the cliff face as well. Or not on the cliff face, but above the cliff face, further down the cliff from where I'm at, and it's making its way this way as well. And what these foxes are doing is they're looking for food. So the fox down below is looking for any birds that have fallen from their nests, as the birds do nest on these cliff faces here. So it's just looking for any birds that have fallen, any injured birds, anything like that. And then the fox above here, I don't see it anymore. Oh, it's just right there in the vegetation. So the fox above here makes its way along the top of the cliff looking for any eggs, or if it can climb down and catch any sleeping birds, anything like that. That's what these foxes are doing. There's so many birds out here this time of year. This is their primary food source. So I found that this has been a wonderful place to find foxes out here. This has probably been one of the best spots to find foxes out here, is just where these nesting birds are. So speaking of foxes, I'm just gonna get right back to these guys. They're so fun to watch out here. And this one up top's getting a little bit closer, so I'm gonna turn this off, get back to the foxes. I thought it would be fitting to end the day with a fox den that I've been watching out here as I've been out here. When I first got here, the foxes were quite skittish of me. The adults would sound the alarm as soon as they saw me, like way far off, and the kits would scurry into the den. But over the last few days, I've been able to get them used to me, and the kits are really comfortable with me now, and the adults they're getting there. But it's just been so much fun watching them. The kits are already quite large, but it's still so much fun to watch them as they wrestle and play when they do. They've been pretty sleepy the last few days, but it's just been so much fun watching them. It's been such a special experience for me being able to spend time with these Arctic foxes out here. Arctic foxes have been a species that I've wanted to photograph for decades now, the majority of my life. And so to be able to spend time with these beautiful animals, to be able to just watch and observe them and photograph them, it has been such a powerful and just special experience for me. It's been very emotional on some levels even, just because it's been something that I've looked forward to, like I say, the majority of my life. So it's just, I can't even express or explain how amazing these last few days have been for me with these Arctic foxes. Just to have, you know, one of the adults right here just chilling watching me, and another one's over here, and the kits are all napping. It's been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I have. It's been so special, and I hope you guys have enjoyed these beautiful Arctic foxes. I always appreciate the support. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it around, and let me know what you thought down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on these beautiful foxes. Have a wonderful week, you guys. We'll see you next time.